I think there's something about th- certainly that description of team leaders going backwards and forwards and saying, "Oh, they can't do this day, they can do that day." It's something that I've seen a lot. It's kind of avoidance, you know. I would say to team leaders there are a number of personas to avoid,
Mhm,
especially if you are quite new in the position. If you're new or inexperienced team leader, you either become there's a danger, and I'm generalizing here, but there's a danger that your uncertainty about your role and your maybe your fear and your desire to gain respect moves you into authoritarian. So you become like a sergeant major in the army, or like the one you've described, a union rep, which is everyone is the enemy. And I'm going to get some wins for you. And I'm going to, you want the holiday on the 17th? I'm going to go and get it. And, you know, all of those things, for me, is a front that masks that you don't have confidence in being a leader, and that you have to understand for for the company and the function and the organization to operate properly, you have to outsource or trust other functions where there are also experts, that they know what they're doing, and we will work with them, because that what that leads to is the team leaders having to say no, and the avoidance of having to say no to their team because they are seeking out popularity rather than really, you know, being a leader isn't, you know, isn't necessarily about being the most popular person. And that's something that I see inexperienced team leaders do, where they will go, okay, let's deflect to WFM, rather than saying, well, we have a system, we have a process, and you haven't been able to get that holiday. Is there another day you can do? What else can we do before we then start causing problems by going to WFM and asking for something different? Or have we followed policy and procedure? I think does come down to, and sometimes the other thing would be a lack of understanding. So again, it's that if you actually go and see what WFM have to do, that education will change your reaction. And then your job then is to educate your team